All links and common questions related to this video will be in the video description. You can help support these video tutorials by rating the video or commenting. This is a continuation of my batch files tutorial. If you haven't seen the first one, search JimmyRCom batch, or just click the link in the description. Now the first thing I want to talk about is @echo_off. I want to clarify it a little bit. I might have talked about it in the last one, I don't remember. But let me show you. Well, first, echo. What does echo do? It prints something. Print this. Echo print this, and it said print this. Echo foo, or echo YouTube, and it's going to print YouTube. But what if I don't want all these stupid folder? Every time I type something, it's going to show me the folder I'm in. So to prevent that, I'm going to put @echo_off. And now every time I echo something, echo foo, it's not going to show me the directory I'm in every single command I give. Another useful command in DOS is CLS. It just clears the screen, so you can start typing again. Echo YouTube. And there you go, YouTube. Okay, the first code I'll be talking about is command line arguments. I know that sounds scary, but it's one line of code, and plus you've already seen what echo does, but we're echoing %1. %1 is a variable though. Pause just says wait for the user to type any key before it continues. Let me just show you what it does with pause. Let me take out this echo thing. You already know what echo off means. Now we just have pause. Okay, I'm just going to open input.bat. This file right here is input.bat. And it says press any key to continue. Press any key and it closes. That's all pause does. It waits for input. Okay, now for the echo %1. %1 stands for a variable. Anything you drag and drop into this file will be echoed as %1. Let me drag and drop x.avi into input.bat and see what it writes. And it wrote c:/batch/x.avi. So it basically told me the folder and file I dragged into input.bat. I know you're probably getting bored by now, but here's where the cool part comes in. Here's another batch file I made as an example, using the same %1 thing. I'm just going to drag x.avi into extract_mp3.bat. And it's going to open Media Coder, and it's going to immediately start ripping the mp3 out of the video. That's right. It's actually really useful. You can do all kinds of cool stuff using the argument thing, that %1. And let me show you how I did that. See, it's extracting the mp3 using Media Coder. Let me show you the code for this batch file. The code is actually very short. It's the location to Media Coder. The CLS and echo off you already know. Echo off just to not see anything, and then clear screen. And %1 is the file name that I dragged into this batch file, and then I set it -start. The dash is connected, I believe. Yeah, -start, -preset, and I have the preset to only extract mp3s, and assume yes if I want to overwrite. If you're interested in the Media Coder settings, I just disabled video. I have lame mp3 at 64-bit CBR, and then I just went to File, Save Preset As, and mp3.xml. So with this simple batch file, I just have to drag and drop any video, and it extracts the mp3 using already made preset settings on Media Coder. This is just one example. I actually have tons of examples that I can show you. Like, I have this thing. I added it as a context menu, virtual dub and stuff, where I click the context menu, and it just gives me a huge list of stuff I can select from. Rather than having all these options in the context menu, I have them in one nice organized batch file. For example, hex editor, open files folder, get mp3, get wave, or even process the video in virtual dub. Let me type 18 for hex editor, and see, it opens the hex editor with x.avi selected. So this is very convenient stuff. If you learn how to do it, and you learn how it's useful, it will really help you. I promise you that, but you have to get over the annoyance that it's kind of complicated to learn at first. Okay, let me show you how to do this %1 thing step by step on your computer. First, go to any directory. I'm going to right click, click new, and I'm going to click text document. And I'm going to name this audacity.bat. What it's going to do is I'm going to drag this x.mp3 into audacity.bat, and it's going to open it in Audacity. Okay? Alright. If it didn't change the icon, then that means it's still a text file. You have to go to Tools, Folder Options, View, and make sure Hide Extension for known file types is unchecked. Otherwise, it's still going to remain a text file, even if you rename it. Make sure the icon looks like a batch file. Okay, now I have a batch file. Just right click and edit it. Like before, I'm just going to add the first 2 lines, @echo off, so it doesn't show the directory each time, and CLS to clear the screen. Now I'm actually going to open Audacity. I'm going to go to wherever Audacity is on my computer, and I'm going to copy the folder, paste it, and then add a slash at the end, because that's just the folder, and then I'm going to copy the program name. So this is the full path to Audacity. And one last step is I'll put it in quotes. If the file name has a whole bunch of spaces in it, you should put it in quotes. Otherwise it'll give an error. It'll read this as just one line, and this is an argument. Okay, so I have the entire file selected. This is Audacity, and I'm going to pass the argument %1, which is the file name. So this is just the batch file. It's a very small batch file. So all I have to do is drag and drop x.mp3 into audacity.bat, and it'll open it in Audacity. It says importing mp3 file.